on, to open this video up, what I'm gonna do is extend my sincerest, my deepest, my most utter apologies to the Bedard family. Because this type of thing that's going on, not cool. It's not cool, right? Like, we don't want to see families or young players, regular old people like you and me, going through this type of a thing where something is fabricated, it gets tossed around out there, and everybody is memeing on it. The Bedard family, I understand, this is super disrespectful, what we're all talking about. So I'm going to extend my apologies right here and now. But at the same time, because this is a conversation that everybody on social media has been talking about the past few hours, this is the #1 trend on Twitter on my timeline. Because this is the case, I feel like it's kind of my duty as a content creator to go out there and follow the news. If you look at my For You page, the #1 trend is Corey Perry. And you gotta wonder, what exactly does that mean? Why are people talking about Corey Perry? What is this Corey Perry rumor that's going around? Well, let's go over the details of what we do know first and foremost. We do know that Corey Perry will remain away from the Blackhawks organization for the foreseeable future, Kyle Davidson said. This was a team decision, not Corey Perry's decision, Davidson says. No additional details were given. This was 2 days ago, and we did make the video back when everything was announced that Corey Perry was leaving the Blackhawks, and we had some comments made by Foligno, and everybody was saying that it was a big deal, and like, we were kind of confused the first time. Like, what happened? Like, they made it seem like Corey Perry had died or something. Like, the way they were talking about him made it seem like he was never going to come back. He didn't even exist anymore. What's going on? Kyle Davidson does give the update. Foreseeable future, Perry's out, team decision. Okay, we got that. No details, but we got that. Give it a little bit later in that same day, and we get ourselves a statement from Pat Norris of Newport, who represents Corey Perry. Morris says that Perry has stepped away from the Chicago Blackhawks to attend personal matters. Perry and his family will appreciate privacy at this time. So here, Davidson says, yeah, no, team decision, Perry's away, foreseeable future. And then, later on, Perry says, yeah, no, it's my own decision. I'm stepping away. Perry has stepped away. That doesn't mean that he got kicked out. It doesn't mean that the team was going out there and forcing him out. This seems more like a Corey Perry decided for himself type of thing. So, because these two tweets were released like within an hour of each other, a lot of people were kind of confused. We didn't know what was going on. And so, leave it to the Vancouver Canucks Twitter sphere to go out there and start a rumor that has gotten so big, so grand, and it's so ridiculous that it's all that anybody can be talking about today. It's the #1 trend, and it involves Connor Bedard. Oh boy, let's go out there and look at some tweets. This is a tweet from Charlie Romeliadis talking about Connor Bedard feeding Corey Perry passes after practice, and there are some one-timers. It's pretty cool. Here is another tweet that went out there and talked about why Corey Perry is trending. Oh, it's the meme. This had 50,000 views. This is just from like an hour ago. Then you had yourselves another tweet from Wally. These rumors are why the Blackhawks should have been more specific with Corey Perry's absence. This is damaging stuff for both Perry and the organization. I want to clarify as well, I'm not saying the Blackhawks and Perry should make everything public, but at least say something. Say it's a personal matter, for example. Now, Perry's agent did say that there's a personal matter thing attached to it, and while that is the case, the Blackhawks themselves didn't really say anything from their own POV. They just said, hey, team decision, Perry's out. Like, that leaves so much room for speculation, and it's because of this ambiguity, that we have all these rumors popping around saying something very particular. I don't know how to word it. Like, YouTube is very specific about the demonetization of videos where you allude to things that are not really supposed to be talked about in a family-friendly capacity, at least. So I guess we can go over to some other tweets that are going over this situation. This is when incarcerated Bob the Gambler went out there and said, by the way, he does a lot of really good stuff, and he's got over 150,000 followers on Twitter. I mean, he's a legit sports personality. The cover-up of why Corey Perry was suspended suddenly and told to stay away from the team by certain Blackhawks media people is 100% on brand. Carry on, everyone. He's alluding to the idea that the Blackhawks are covering up something again, like they may have done a certain few years ago with the Kyle Beach situation. Of course, we're not saying that Corey Perry is involved in anything like that. If there was some sort of a criminal thing, probably there would have been some investigations done by journalists in the area, and they probably would have been able to find something out by now. So the fact that there's kind of radio silence on what's been going on really paints a weird picture, and it opens the door up to even more rumors that have popped up like this. This Corey Perry suspension news is crazy, IB the Gambler says. Mom trips will never be looked at the same for NHL teams. What exactly are we talking about with mom trips? Well, here's a reply. IB the Gambler says, yeah, it's true. A former NHL player just hit my DMs and said that he had some extra activities with one of the moms on the trip. Now, this is just a general thing. He is saying that there was one player at one time who had one activity, or maybe some extra activities, one time with one of the moms one time ago. And I say one time because we're not talking specifically about Chicago or whatever, but because of this tweet, I think most of y'all could come to the conclusion as to what the big rumor is that's going around that's got Corey Perry trending on social media with Connor Bedard. Yeah. Try to fill in the blanks in your head. I don't like leaving space in the videos for silence, but try to fill in the blanks as to what everybody is memeing about. This tweet may go out there and reveal it all. This went viral. 150,000 views. It's at 2,000 likes, almost 2,000 likes. It was posted 2 hours ago. The Blackhawks said they signed Corey Perry to be a father-like figure to Bedard. In hindsight, they probably should have been a bit more specific. The reply here, with the most likes, says, yeah, he took his role really seriously. And I'm going to leave it at that. For the respect out of the Bedard family and everything, we are not going to expand on the thing even more, because if you want it, you can go onto Twitter, just search up Corey Perry. I'll say that part of the reason I'm making this video is because the rumor itself that's going around is so ludicrous, funny, that there's no way it's true. Absolutely no way it's true. I mean, Romeliotis went out there and said, yeah, it's 100% false. Carry on, everyone. But the first reply goes out there and says, if there's a professional sports franchise that's trustworthy and earnest about this kind of stuff, it's definitely the Chicago Blackhawks. Case in point, because the Blackhawks are not giving anybody reason to doubt whatever rumors anybody could come up with, there's no reason for people to doubt them in general. Like, people are memeing about this because there's no reason not to. If you go over to the replies of this Romeliotis tweet, everybody's saying, oh, well, screw that. Like, I'm going to still believe it. I'm going to still spread memes about it because it's funny. And all the memes that are going around about Corey Perry are legitimately hilarious. If you search up Corey Perry on X or Twitter, there are so many memes that I can't show because there are a lot of swear words and I don't want to get this video demonetized. But to end this video off, in regards to Corey Perry and Connor Bedard and the rumors that are circulating that just cannot seem to go anywhere, let's go out there and look at one more tweet. Connor Bedard said this about Corey Perry's absence a few days ago. I'm not going to speak on it too much. Obviously, it sucks that he's not here, but we don't have too much information on it or anything yet. But of course, he's a big part of the team, and it sucks he can't be here today. So if Connor Bedard himself is going out there and saying, yeah, we don't really have too much information on what's happening, then the rumor that's going around is most likely false. And I don't think anybody who is memeing about the rumor legitimately believes it's going to be, like, the case here. I don't think anybody believes it's true. People are just spreading it because it's funny and because we have no other thing that we can spread out. There's no reason that Corey Perry was removed that we know of right now. And because it's being covered up like crazy, it gives fans the incentive to say, okay, well, here's our story. Here's our version of what happened. We're filling in the blanks with this hilarious story that's definitely not true, but is funny enough to maybe make the rounds. Which is why I kind of didn't want to go out there in great detail and talk about it myself yet. If you wanted to see it, I mean, it's all on Twitter. Just go on Twitter. That's your final destination. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this ridiculous idea that involves Connor Bedard and Corey Perry, why Corey Perry left the team, the rumors, the memes, the jokes. It's not true, but it's really funny. I'll admit that. Big apologies over to the Bedard family. This entire thing must be super embarrassing. But at the end of the day, people are going to be people, and people are going to meme about things that definitely are out of the ordinary. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this Bedard Corey Perry thing. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.